Hi guys, it's Miss Stephanie from the Auburn branch of the Bay County Library System, and I'm here today to talk to you about Libby and Overdrive. Libby and Overdrive are actually two different ways of getting to the same stuff. So Overdrive is a collection of books and ebooks and e-audiobooks that you can download to your device or read on your computer. You can use it on devices like a PC, a laptop, an Android phone or tablet, an iPhone, an iPad, even a Kindle. So there's lots of different ways to access this information. I'm going to show you one way today just to get you a little bit familiar with how Overdrive works. Overdrive is a little bit older, and if you've been using this for a while, you may be more familiar with that. They've recently redone their website though to look a little bit more like the Libby app, which has a more easy to use interface, and an interface is just how you use it, like how you see a website. So we're going to look at how Overdrive looks on a computer. I am already logged into my account. Your account would just be your library card number and your PIN number. If you don't have that information, you can talk to your grown-up, they might. Or if they don't have your grown-up, call the library or visit to the library. We would love to have you visit. And that way we can get your information, or replace your library card if yours has gone missing. Or if you've never gotten one before. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and show you just a little bit about how Libby and Overdrive work on a computer. All right, so here we are over at the Bay County Library System website. It's baycountylibrary.org. Really easy to find. You can Google it. It'll get you here pretty quick too. There's lots of information on this homepage that I'm not going to go over right now. But there's a lot to see and a lot to do. Our activities are here, our blog posts and book lists are here, all sorts of databases that can help you with learning, fun things happening. So make sure you take some time and check this out. Today we're going to be looking at our digital collections. Those are listed both down here at the bottom of the screen and under the digital collections menu in the middle of the screen. Today we're going to be working with Overdrive. So when I click on that, it will take me to the home page. I'm a grown-up, so it has some grown-up books, but I'm also a children's librarian, so it does have some children's books on here for me. To show you how to get started, I'm going to show you these top things here. It says coming soon, available, and waitlist. Those are the three types of books that you're going to see on Overdrive and Libby. All that means is an available book you can download and read or listen to right now. It's ready to go. It's like a book on the shelf at the library. Coming soon means exactly that. We've purchased the book. We bought it for you to be able to use, but it hasn't been released yet. So we're waiting for it to come out just like you. And a wait list means that somebody else is already using that item, either the book or the audiobook that you would like. And then when you add to the wait list, you'll get in line for the use of that book. So Overdrive and Libby are a lot like working with the physical library building, because there are only so many copies of each title available, and we all have to share them. So from this main page, there's a couple places you can go. The first one is that I'm going to show you today is over here in subjects. When you click that, there's a lot of things you can do. You can switch to just ebooks or just audiobooks. I'm going to look at all of them. But what I like to use this for is because I can say, this stuff is all adult, and then we come down to the juvenile fiction and nonfiction here, which is really great. It's super helpful. Then there's teen, they call it young adult, even below that. So if you're interested in reading or listening to things, you can really narrow down what you're interested in. So for me, let's say right now, I want to read a comic or graphic novel. So I'm going to click right there. There are 218 of them in our collection. It's going to show me which ones are available right now, and there's a lot of them. Now look how many of them are available. So when you see a record, you see the available up top, and then a picture of the title or of the cover, the title of the book, the author, whether it's an ebook or an audiobook. Looks like this top row is all audiobooks. And then if it's available, it will say borrow. If it's coming soon or it's on a wait list, it will say place hold, and that will put you in line for that item. Then there's this weird shape here. If you are logged in using your library card, if you click this button, it will put a little check mark and add that book to your wish list so that you can see all of the books that you may want to read later but aren't checking out right now. Over here on the left-hand side are different ways to search. So right now I have it limited to comic and graphic books inside juvenile fiction. I could limit it to just available books if I wanted to instead of all titles. And I can do a few other things too. I can filter by interest level, like whether it's aimed for older elementary schoolers, younger elementary schoolers, because remember I'm in juvenile, which is going to be kids. I can filter by what they call ATOS levels. So it's going to be kind of vaguely the reading level by grade. This isn't, especially with graphic novels, the most important thing. So there's lots of things you can do there. You can add different categories you might want to look at. You can limit it to just ebooks or audiobooks. So let's say you have a Kindle, you can just limit it to the ones that are available on Kindle. And you can see that took out our Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, so we couldn't read those on Kindle, but we can read Bad Guys. So there's that. You can sort from this box up here. Date added means when we purchased them to add them to our collection. You can search by popularity just in the Bay County Library System to see what our most popular books are. It looks like Raina Telgemeier is very popular at our library. Or you can search by global popularity. Oh, Raina Telgemeier again, but we've got a few other ones. Ooh, New Kid, I love that book. So you can see what's been popular all over the world or just here in Bay County. You can sort by release date, which is when the book came out. So it will show you the newest things first. Diana and the Island of No Return. That's a Wonder Woman book. And you can also search by just title and author if you're interested in that. So there's a lot of different ways to sort. You can check things out. You can even change how you're seeing the books. This is kind of like a book display. You see all of the titles. But if you click here, it will give you some information. It will give you that still the available and the cover, all of that information we had before, including how highly people have rated the books. So you can rate the books so other people can see if they were a really good book or not. You can borrow it, you can add to wish lists, and you can read more. If you click on the picture in this view or the read more in this view, it will take you to the page all about that book. You can see the same information, but there's a couple new additions which are really cool. You can read a sample before you ever check it out. Just like if you were in the library, you can open a book and flip through a few pages to see if you might like it. You can read a sample right here. It's pretty cool. So it'll load and it'll show you a couple pages of it so that you can see if this is the kind of book you might like. You can add it to your wish list from here. You can read a more detailed description. You can even read what other people thought of the book, people who look at books professionally for their job, and see what they thought about it. Those are the reviews tab. It will also give you, if you scroll down just a little bit, books it thinks you might like. Mostly this means that they're inside the same subject, like I showed you before. So these are all going to be juvenile fiction, children's chapter books. Up at the top again, we have collections. Now there are lots of cool things here because the people who work for Overdrive and Libby have put together lists. Now most of these are going to be aimed at adults, so parents, if you are watching this with your child, please make sure that you are aware of that. You're going to want to make sure you get them into things for kids. So I'm going to show you new kids editions. These are things that are pretty new for us at the library. And they're sorted by when we bought them. So you can see our newest things for all of the kids categories. And check out some, see which ones are on wait list, see which ones are available. Hank the Cow Dog, gotta love those. And you can check these out or place them on hold. All right. So that's all of that information. Now, if you have a Kindle, you can click the Kindle Books section and kind of crazy, it will only show you Kindle books. This is a different way of getting to the same information that we had before. So if I wanted to go back, I would go to kids books. I could go to the Kindle books and then just search lower grades and see what's available. Dogman. You can also, of course, search for a book by clicking where it says search with the magnifying glass. I'm going to search for Harry Potter. And when I do, you'll see that a few things come up below it. The Harry Potter series is there, and then each of the titles for all of the books that are in the collection, and then even a couple titles that aren't in English. We have the Spanish and French versions of the first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Harry Potter series just so you can see what that looks like. And it's going to give us all of the books. I have 28 results for Harry Potter. So we've got the series. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was in audiobooks. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in ebooks. Then we'll have the additional ones. So these are all part of the series because the people at Overdrive have all marked them as being together. And then when you click on that Harry Potter series recommendation when you're searching, remember when I typed Harry Potter and some things came up? Yep. So when I click on this series one, all of the different stuff comes up, which is a really nice way of seeing things that go together. I know that another very popular series lately has been, let's see, we're going to go with, nope, sorry, Wings of Fire. Whew, I blinked out for a second. I knew it was a dragon book. So you can have the regular series or the graphic novel series, and it's going to show you the 2 mini series that go with it. So I'm going to click on just the Wings of Fire series, and it will show you what we have available there. Or you already saw the Dogman books. Those are very popular. There's all sorts of different books on here. You have lots to explore. I hope that you have gotten a little bit of good information about how to use this. When you're ready to borrow, you can just click borrow and it will tell you how long you have it for. You can read it on your Kindle, read now in browser, or download. If you're using the app, my phone. If you're using the app on your phone, it will let you download it to your phone right away. You'll want to make sure you're probably on Wi-Fi so that you're not using all of your data for, that your grown-ups might need. But then you'll have it on your phone or your tablet and you can read or listen to it right away. You can download up to a certain number of Overdrive books at a time. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. I believe right now it's 15. So that it will tell you how many more checkouts you have left and how long you have until they're due. You don't have to return the books on Overdrive. They will return themselves, which means there are never any overdue fines. You'll just want to make sure that you finished a book before it has to be due. A couple days before the due date, it will give you the option to renew a book, just like at the library. That means you get to keep it a little bit longer. Of course, if there's somebody else waiting for it, it can't renew. So make sure you're paying attention to see if there's a line behind you so you don't lose your book. If you have any questions about this, feel free to call or visit us at any of the 4 library branches. I'm at Auburn, but I know the librarians at Wirt, Sage, and Pinconning would all love to help you. Hopefully this video has been useful. I'm Miss Stephanie, and I will see you next time. Bye.